Qohelet or Churchman. I am working on a translation of Ecclesiastes, and I drew this image of what I imagine Ecclesiastes, the hero of our biblical book, to look like. I translate Ecclesiastes to mean churchman. The Hebrew word Qohelet, or transliterated qōhélet, means assembler or gatherer. However, the etymology of ekklēsi is essentially an outgathering. Ek in Greek means out, and kalein means to call. Thus, in the political sphere, an ekklēsi is a called-out assembly, i.e. a parliament, and in the religious sphere, an ekklēsi is a called-out body of believers, i.e. a congregation or assembly or church. I call Qohelet Churchman rather than the preacher, as is traditional, as I believe that this fits him better. Qohelet wears a turban. When turbans are mentioned in the Old Testament, the KJV usually calls them mitres. One of the aims of the KJV is to legitimise the ordaining of bishops. The turban also looks kinda like a papal tiara. Zarathustra's cloak resembles a papal fanon. The stick that Zarathustra carries could easily be a papal staff or a bishop's crozier. Thus I translate Qohelet as churchman. I drew Qohelet as the Zoroastrian prophet Zoroaster or Zarathustra, as I get the same energy from him as I get from Zarathustra in Nietzsche's 1844 to 1900, Thus Spake Zarathustra, published in 1883. In Nietzsche's work, Zarathustra ascends, worships the sun, and then descends and preaches atheism to all and sundry. Given that Nietzsche's father, Carl Ludwig Nietzsche, 1813 to 1849, was a Lutheran pastor, I am almost tempted to suspect that Nietzsche's Zarathustra is based on Qohelet. I get the same energy from Qohelet as I do from Nietzsche's Zarathustra. Qohelet exclaims, "Vapor!" and then begins to preach a crypto-atheistic sermon for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. There is some God talk in the book of Ecclesiastes. However, this, in my view, is merely an attempt by the author to cover his tracks. This is an author, let us bear in mind, who managed to sneak an atheist book into the Bible. This is no minor achievement. The denial of an afterlife in this book is repeated and explicit.